Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is the Cartoon Man 13, aka Triple R here, right here on the Cartoon Man 13 channel, right here on Wham! Reviews, reactions, and rants. And today I'm going to be doing yet another episode of the Fun Anime Hour where I watch My Dress Up Darling and Dandadan. Now, I'm going to be watching both shows on Crunchyroll. I'll be watching the English dubs to both shows. I'm going to hit play on both shows, and then when the video finishes buffering, then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to go to Crunchyroll right now. And we're going to start things off with My Dress Up Darling. Now, first episode was decent. Second episode I liked a little bit better. I'm hoping that the third episode, I'm hoping that with the third episode the series does continue to get better. And yeah, anyways, and yeah, and then tomorrow I'll be doing Girl Power late at night with Ruby Miraculous, Totally Spies, Witch, Winx Club, and Star versus the Forces of Evil. Saturday will be SummerSlam, so it starts at 3 o'clock where I'm at in the West Coast, so I may do another fun anime hour at 1 o'clock on the West Coast, which is 4 o'clock in the East Coast. Because SummerSlam starts at 6 o'clock in the West Coast, and in the East Coast rather, and 6 in the East Coast, 3 in the West Coast, and yeah, so yeah, 6 in the East Coast, 3 in the West Coast. That's when SummerSlam starts. 3 o'clock where I'm at. So I'll probably do another fun anime hour at 1 o'clock in the West Coast, which is 4 p.m. in the East Coast. So I'll be watching more Dress Up Darling and more of My Dress Up Darling and Dandadan. And then Saturday late at night, I may do the Visceral Grounds where I watch Breaking Bad, Terminator, and Sons of Anarchy. And then Monday will be another Visceral Grounds where I watch more Breaking Bad, Terminator, and Sons of Anarchy. Tuesday will be Light TV with Clannad, Oshinoko, Anohana, and Your Lie in April. And then Wednesday will be Spies Love in a Dark Trio where I watch Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Spy Family. And then next Thursday will be when I'm doing the same thing right here with the Fun Anime Hour with My Dress Up Darling and Dandadan. Alright, I believe that I've talked long enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Crunchyroll ready. Yeah, we're gonna start things off with My Dress Up Darling. Yeah, I'm watching it on Crunchyroll. I'm watching the English dub. I'll hit play on my end and then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the video finishes buffering. Alright, so yeah, I always like to make sure that the audio language is set to English. And yeah, anyways, let's just go ahead and put on My Dress Up Darling. Here we go. Yeah, I got my the episode ready right here on Crunchyroll, and yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's just go ahead and watch the third episode of My Dress Up Darling. Alright, so yeah, this is the third episode of My Dress Up Darling. And yeah, here we go. Anyways, I got it right here, and I'm gonna press play right now. Now, you guys do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, press play. Oh my goodness. goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Put on the wig and complete the uniform. My goodness. Oh, it was just a dream the whole time? Gojo dolls. Looked like he was, he's got an erection. I highly doubt that, but it looked like he got an erection, though. Alright. Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, my dress up, darling. Alright. Alright. My goodness. Yeah, episode 3, then why don't we? This episode's not really leaving me much of nothing to say. I You can tell that I'm watching the show. I'm giving it a fair shot. What? This series is doing jack squat for me. Kinda don't get the appeal for this anime series. I mean, not really against romantic, like rom-coms. I'm not really against, romance stuff. I mean, it's not really my genre, but there's like a couple of like rom-coms that I do like. Like, there's this movie called Love Actually. It's like a Christmas movie. It's like a Christmas slash rom-com. That movie did a lot more in the rom-com genre that appealed to me than what I'm watching right now in My Dress Up Darling. And Love Actually, that movie focused on, a lot of multiple stories. Really good actors in that movie too. Like you got Liam Neeson, you got what was that actor's name? Alan Rickman. I believe that Emma Thompson's in the movie. Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley. Even the guy who voiced Ferb on Phineas and Ferb was in that movie. All right. Anyways, back to this. Yeah. She's probably a hungry gal. That's why. Oh my god. This was whatever. It's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. Like, oh my goodness, it's the best rom com anime ever. Like, oh my goodness. Like, like it's not terrible, but it's not doing nothing. It's literally doing jack squat to keep my interest. I just don't get what the appeal was for this show. The appeal and the hype, like, I mean, nothing against rom coms. Like I said earlier, I like that movie, Love Actually. That's because that that's because that movie actually offered something. It brought a lot of new things to the table. This isn't cutting it. Well, I wouldn't really say that. I mean, there's a couple things that I like the animation. Like, okay, like, okay, like I haven't seen Kaguya-sama. That's another popular rom-com anime, but I heard that that was really good. All right, so yeah, good animation, good animation, decent music that fit the scene. Uh, Average story and characters, good voice acting. Like, it's not terrible. I just said that it was average. I just find this series to be so just so plain and blah and not much and nothing new to bring to the table. And yeah, at least it was, at least the story was decent. I mean, it's not the worst story ever, but it's not the best. It was okay. The more that I thought of it, it was okay. I'll give it a decent hit rating. All right, so yeah, this episode of My Dress Up Darling gets a decent hit rating from me. And now let's move on to our other series in the Fun Anime Hour, Dandadan. Now, the first episode was ridiculously overkill. The second episode, while it was still ridiculous and over the top, it wasn't as overkill. Like, it did get a little bit better. It did manage to, handle the over the top better. Like, the second episode I thought was better than the first episode, but that, like, just because it wasn't as overkill as the first episode was, and that it handled the ridiculous nature and over the top, and seeing it Ken in his turbo or Okaroon rather, seeing Okaroon in or Ken, yeah, I'll just say Okaroon. Seeing Okaroon in his Turbo Granny form, that was pretty cool. Okay, and the chemistry between the two characters, I mean, there's some good chemistry between the two lead characters. Like, more so in the second episode, because the first episode was ridiculously overkill. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the third episode. Like, maybe the series, it'll continue to be over the top and ridiculous, but it hopefully won't be as overkill. Like, I want this thing to be, when it comes to ridiculous and over the top shows, I like Kill la Kill. I mean, I know that like Dandadan's Science Saru, which they're known for quite some stuff, but Kill la Kill Studio Trigger, like I like Kill la Kill. I like Kill la Kill. That was ridiculous and over the top. Gurren Lagann at first I wasn't big on, but over the years it grew on me. And now I like Gurren Lagann now, and I can see why people call it among people place it among the goats of all time in anime, like the goat anime. Like Gurren Lagann's the goat. And you know what? After all these years, now I can see why. I mean, I believe that I even said I'm not 100% sure if I've said this or not, but I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that I said that Dandadan makes shows like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill look like freaking kid-friendly Disney shows when it comes to ridiculousness and over the top. Uh, like just from those first two episodes, more so the first episode, Dandadan makes Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, and probably a lot of other Studio Trigger shows, they make it look like freaking kid-friendly Disney cartoons in terms of ridiculousness and over the top. Like with Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, at least with those shows, there wasn't really there there wasn't no aliens that's got a giant mechanical like machine gun looking penis with a spike on it like in the first episode of Dandadan. At least there wasn't that in shows like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. At least there wasn't no spirits in those shows wanting penises like in Dandadan. I mean, even the second episode, which I praised for not being as overkill, uh, even that ghost, that sumo alien, even he wanted the banana. Oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, I could go on and on and on and on about how ridiculous of a show that Dandadan was. More so the first episode. The second episode wasn't as bad, but it was still ridiculous and over the top. I mean, the second episode I liked better. I liked seeing Okaroon's Turbo Granny form. I liked that, and it did give off an awesome action scenes. Maybe the series could get better. I'm hoping so, especially after that first episode and a little bit better of a follow up with the second episode. So I'm hoping that the series will get better. All right, so yeah, I believe that I've talked about Dandadan enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and watch the third episode. I'm watching it on Crunchyroll. I'm watching the English dub. No commercials. I'm gonna hit play on my end, and then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the video finishes buffering. Alright, so yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and watch the third episode of Dandadan. Alright, so yeah, this is episode 3 of Dandadan. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna hit play on my end right now. Now, you guys do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, press and play. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I believe that she fainted at the end of the last episode. What? What was? Oh. Okay. Open. Catchy opening theme. I know that I've stressed that, like in the first 2 episodes. Okay, yeah, I know that I stressed that. Oh my goodness. Okay, my episode just froze. Don't know what happened, and it's now back on. Okay. 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 Oh my goodness. Okay, the way that she whacked Turbo Granny with the freaking bat looks like this thing that sticks out makes it look like a giant pencil. Oh my goodness. Oh, it turns out that it was just a dream. Oh my goodness. That is- What you? Oh, okay. Just shut the door on him. Now you're ticked off that he's still alive. My goodness. 100 kilometers an hour, Granny. That was before they changed the name to Turbo Granny. 100 kilometers, Granny would have been ridiculous, but I mean, it's really ironic to say, given how already ridiculous of a show that Dandadan happens to be. Oh my goodness. Okay. That moment did leave a little grin, little smile on my face. I mean, not really a full on laughter, but you know. Anyways, back to this. Peaceful prosperity against evil and misfortune, whatever that said. Kami Goe City. Out of nowhere, he's freaking out. Oh my goodness. Newsflash: Secret Idol was admitted. He admitted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ridiculousness. Come on. Oh my god. What? Okay, 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 okay. I'm lost. I'm lost. At least Gurren Lagann and Kill a Kill, I still. Well, Gurren Lagann took getting used to, but even with those shows, I still understood the plot, and they're not, they're not as ridiculous as this show. I mean, they're ridiculous and over the top, but they knew how to do that better than this show. Like this show, ridic- ridiculous. I didn't think that the show would go this far to go use the bathroom. Like, oh my, go. I didn't think that the show would go this far to go just for Ogaru to go to the bathroom. Ridiculous. They don't know how to handle ridiculous. Like, they should have hired somebody to better, balance between the ridiculous and the story. Because who? Okay. I mean, who gave the green light to this thing? Okay. It was freaking ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. This series don't know how to handle ridiculous. Like, Gurren Lagann did a better job at handling ridiculous than this show. Kill la Kill, same thing. It's like you gotta be kidding me. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This show, this series is way too much for me. Way too much. They overdid it on so many different levels that it's not even funny. It's never been that funny. My goodness. Freaking ridiculous, dude. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to feel. I don't. This series is leaving me. This series isn't really leaving me with not really much and nothing to feel. I mean, like, for anybody who was involved in the making of this show, was there anybody involved in the making of the show that was like, that part's too ridiculous. We should keep the ridiculousness down to a certain level. Like, oh my goodness, you literally mean to tell me that nobody who worked on the show thought that that this that this was way too ridiculous? Like, oh my goodness. Everybody thought that it was okay. Just release it to the world for all to see. All the ridiculousness. This series is just pure overkill, and I just can't stress it enough. I can't. I can't. I mean, this episode that I just watched, freaking Ogaroon's got to go to the bathroom. He freaks out in certain places unexpectedly. Okarin's got to go to the bathroom. And it's so freaking ridiculous. So ridiculous. At least Gurren Lagann knew how ridiculous that it should be. At least Kill la Kill knew how ridiculous that it needed to be. And I went along for the ride. Well, Gurren Lagann took getting used to, but I went along for the ride and I enjoyed them. Uh, Dandadan just overdoes it with the over the top and ridiculous nature of the show. It's like, what kind of show am I watching? I'd be better off. Like, I'd probably enjoy the show if I was like high on drugs. I don't do drugs, but if I did, then I'd probably enjoy the show better then. Uh, I feel like I need to be on drugs to enjoy watching the show, and that's not a freaking good thing. It's not a good thing to do drugs. I don't do drugs. Drugs isn't my thing. So zip it. Oh, I'm probably gonna continue ranting. Oh my goodness, ranting on how ridiculous of a show that Dawn to Dawn was. I This thing don't know how to handle over the top. Oh my goodness. Freaking Ogren trying to use the bathroom, and they're all ridiculous over it. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. This series is freaking ridiculous. I don't know how any anime fan would really like this show. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand how. I just don't understand how anybody could like this show. This freaking way too ridiculous. It's way too ridiculous. That's my problem. Like the second episode did a better job, but then you get the third episode, and I'm like, oh, you got Ogeron freaking out for no reason. Like, why just like like all a quiet moment, then all of a sudden he's freaking out. Like, why just slam the door on me? Oh my goodness. All right, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm all freaking like it's the end of the world. I gotta use the bathroom. Oh my god. This series is just too much. It's absolutely too freaking much. I don't know how people actually like this show. Like, Kill la Kill, I could easily see why. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. Gurren Lagann took me a while. It's a ridiculous show, but it's fun. Chainsaw Man, which I watched yesterday, which I watched last night, that was ridiculous, but it was fun. It knew how ridiculous that it needed to be. It knew it. Chainsaw Man knew its limits. Gurren Lagann knew its limits. Kill la Kill knew its limits. This thing, no. Frick no. Frick no. I'm freaking ranting and raving about how way too ridiculous of a show that freaking Dandadan was. Like I said earlier, Chainsaw Man did a better job in handling the over-the-top nature of the show. This series is just way too much. It's way too ridiculous. It's creative, like when it comes to creatures, but This isn't the kind of creativity that I want. Sorry, but it's not it. It's just not it. Not the kind of creativity that I wanted. Sorry, but it's just not. Um, Ridiculous. I mean, besides my ranting and raving about the ridiculous level of Dandadan, uh, good animation. I can't really get into the story that much because it's freaking ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous. It just, at times, I felt like I was just dragged out of the story and the characters. The two lead characters, they're okay, but it's the freaking over the top that ruins their characters. Ah, okay. Good music. I like the opening theme. Honestly, the opening theme knew how to handle over the top better. Even the ending theme. Like the music, honestly, the music's the best part of the show. I give thumbs up to the music. Like that's like the only like true positive that I can give thumbs up. The music and maybe even the voice acting in the dub. But really, I just don't know what to say. Like I like the last episode did a better job of handling the over the top nature of the show, but like it did a better job like the second episode. This was more this was the kind of over top that was more lenient towards the first episode. I mean, freaking ridiculous. This series is way too much. Absolute overkill. Absolute freaking overkill, this series. Overkill. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I, I mean, decent story, I guess, but even then, I'm kind of dragged out of it. The two characters, they're okay, I guess. The music's really good. I like the opening and ending theme. The animation looking good. Voice acting in the dub. Okay, I'll give that a positive. I, I but it's just too ridiculous. That's my big problem with this show. It's just too ridiculous. It don't know how to handle over the top. Gurren Lagann knew how to handle over the top. It knew its limits. Kill a Kill knew its limits. Chainsaw Man, which I've seen so far, knew its limits. They're all ridiculous over the top shows, but they're actually fun. I can actually enjoy these shows. I can actually enjoy Kill a Kill and Gurren Lagann and Chainsaw Man. I can't say the same thing for friggin' Dandadan. I just can't. Oh my goodness. This Dandadan's just getting me all riled up for how ridiculous of a show that it was. It's way too crazy. It's way too ridiculous. Ah. All right. I don't want to explode right in front of you guys. I'm probably just repeating the same stuff, but I don't care. Ah. This episode was so ridiculous. Like, like there was a couple positives, but I like it wasn't even decent. Like it's just too ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, good animation, good music, good voice acting. I'll probably just give this episode either a weak hit or an adequate hit. It's way too much. It's way too ridiculous, even for its own good. Maybe to be nice, although I bet you that the series isn't going to be nice for me for not really much longer. But for now, I'll give it an adequate hit rating. It was adequate. It was right in the freaking middle. Like, there's a couple stuff that I like the animation and the music and the voice acting and the dub. But the big problem was that it was way too overkill. Way too overkill. That was my big problem. It definitely impacted my enjoyment level of the show. I'll just give it an adequate hit ring. All right, so yeah, this episode of Dandadan gets an adequate hit ring for me. I liked a lot of stuff, but it was way too ridiculous that it just knocked off by half a points, half of the rating scale. So yeah, like if you haven't seen Dandadan, then please don't. Save your sanity for other shows. Like, if, if you want to see better shows that handled over the top better, then I suggest these three shows that I said earlier: Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, and Chainsaw Man. At least from what I've seen of Chainsaw Man, all three of those shows, they're ridiculous and over the top like Dandadan, but they did a much better job in handling the over the top nature of the show. They did it much better than Dandadan, in my opinion. Dandadan was just way too ridiculous, way too over the top. Dandadan went they went way too far. Like, Gurren Lagann was the right amount. Kill la Kill was the right amount. Chainsaw Man was the right amount. Dandadan, they just went way too far. Way too far with Dandadan. And, okay, I'm just gonna take a quick nap. I'm like this close to saying screw this show. I'm like this freaking close. This close to saying screw this show. Well, I hope that the show does get better, but I highly freaking doubt that. I highly freaking doubt that this series is going to get any better, and that it does a much better job at handling over the top and ridiculousness. I can watch those kinds of shows as long as they're fun. Chainsaw Man was fun. Gurren Lagann was fun. Kill la Kill was fun. This isn't fun. This is just overkill. Oh my god. Oh. Bottom line, watch Gurren Lagann, watch Kill la Kill, watch Chainsaw Man. Don't waste your time with Dandadan. That's all that I gotta say. That's all that I gotta say. Can't come up with much of nothing else to say other than what I just gonna repeat myself earlier. Alright, so yeah, anyways, that rant over. Now, alright, yeah, I'm hoping that tomorrow night's batch of shows with Girl Power, with Ruby and Miraculous and Witch and Winx Club and Totally Spies and Star vs. the Force of Evil, I hope that those shows handle better. I hope that they handle more better over the top than they did. Right, I'm it's leaving my brain scrambled. I hope that they do a better job at handling over the top. I mean, they're not really over the top, but they just do a much better job at telling me a compelling story with interesting characters. Like, which out of all these series shows that I'm watching for girl power, which is my favorite? Which is the most interesting to me? It's got the most interesting of characters and story out of all those shows that I'm watching for girl power. Like Ruby, Miraculous, Totally Spies, Witch, Winx Club, Star vs. Force Evil, all those series, which is my favorite. At least Witch, I can actually follow the story. It's got really interesting characters, and the story definitely helped out on that. And yeah, Witch right now, even Witch is a much better show right now than Dandadan. I just rather be watching Witch right now, honestly. Oh, Witch knew how to be entertaining. Witch knew its limits. Witch is a better show than Dandadan. I rather just watch Witch. Or even a Ruby or... Oh my goodness. I'm still rambling on, even though I said that the rant was over. Okay, I mean it this time. The rant's truly over. That's it. That's it for this episode of the Fun Anime Hour. Tune into my channel tomorrow night for Girl Power with Ruby, Miraculous, Totally Spies, Witch, Winx Club, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm going to be watching SummerSlam on Saturday, so I may do, unfortunately, another Fun Anime Hour with My Dress Up Darling and Dandadan. Just even saying the name of the show ticks me off. Uh, and then Saturday late at night, I may do Visceral Grounds with Breaking Bad, Terminator, Sons of Anarchy, and you're gonna get more of that on Monday with more Visceral Grounds with Breaking Bad, Terminator, and Sons of Anarchy. Tuesday will be Light TV with Clanad, Oshinoko, Anohana, and Yuroi in April. Wednesday will be Spies, Love, and a Dark Trio, where I'll be watching Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Spy Family. And then, unfortunately, next Thursday, I'm going to do the same thing that I'm doing right now, that I just did right now, with the Fun Anime Hour with My Dress Up Darling and Dandadan. Oh, handle your over the top better. Okay. Rant over. All right. That's it for the Fun Anime Hour. Thanks for watching. This is the Cartoon Man 13 signing off, saying, take care, so long, and peace. Wham! I'm this close to saying screw Dandadan. Okay, rant. I'm finished. Just take care, so long, and peace. Wham! God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stop.